Iron Bowl, Saturday night, 7:30 Eastern, kick, ABC, Alabama at Auburn. We'll be there on the sidelines in Jordan-Hare Stadium. Hadn't been there in a couple of years. We are fueled by Quick Trip. The game is presented by Quick Trip. Alabama's won 5 straight. They say this place is haunted. They say it's cursed. They say Bama can't go in there and win. And yet, last 2 times I've watched them down there, they've ripped Auburn's heart out. Like, it's one thing to get blown out. The way Bama's beat you in there twice is almost worse. And I'm asking, for everyone who's talking about that place being cursed against Alabama, could the entire dynamic not be reversed there? If I was an Auburn fan and I watched the way I've lost to those fools in my backyard the last 2 times they were here, I'd be asking about the C word, curse, for my own self. Or maybe it's just not real at all and the team that executes the most wins the game. No, it can't be that. That can't be how football works. Anyway, Alabama's college football playoff hopes are on the line. DJ Durkin, interim head coach for Auburn, his name is in the mix. There is absolutely a world where Auburn wins this game in dramatic fashion Saturday, and it is just a DJ Durkin love fest, and he rides that wave right into an announcement 24 hours later that's our head coach. Could absolutely see that happening. Auburn's going to start Ashton Daniels at quarterback. So anyone who got drunk on the Deuce Night show against Mercer, good showing, but this is Ashton Daniels' game. So I've got a piece of paper in front of me. Here's what we need to figure out. How many lies can Auburn make this sheet of paper tell? Because the sheet of paper makes it look like I should solidly lean Alabama in this game. Alabama's offensive strength matches up really well with Auburn's defensive weakness. And by that, I mean Bama has got about the 9th or 10th best passing offense in the country, and Auburn's pass defense is right around 100. Okay, that's what the paper says. Paper doesn't always matter, though. Auburn's got the 11th run defense in the country. Bama not running the ball much anyway. You know what that sounds like? It sounds like the Oklahoma game a couple of weeks ago. Now, Oklahoma's got a better pass rush than Auburn. Auburn's pass rush not bad, though. And when you combine that with the fact that Bama played Oklahoma in Tuscaloosa, crowd noise not an issue. You're on the road. This will be the most hostile place Alabama plays in all year. You've got to deal with a pass rush and crowd noise. So, I would view the challenge you're going to deal with up front Saturday as every bit as tough as what Oklahoma gave you in Tuscaloosa. I would just plan on that. Not to mention those dudes are going to play outside their minds with their hair on fire, so I would assume that. Can they make the piece of paper lie? Because in the Oklahoma game, Ty Simpson got his. Jesse, he threw for over 300, right? He got his, but it came at the expense of turning the ball over. And that teach tape, like if you sit in a team meeting room Friday before a game, honestly all week, but if you're in there Friday before a game, one of the last things any staff does is they get that entire team in that theater and they show them teach tape from other teams. They show them situational stuff, usually on Friday. And then if you think turnovers are going to be key here, I mean, for Auburn, it's really simple. Just show them the Oklahoma tape and show them how much Oklahoma attacked the football when Alabama had it. That's what could turn this game. That's what could make the paper lie. Secondly, is Alabama's offense regressing? Does it feel like it's cooling off a little bit? I think it is. Josh Cuevas for Alabama is, I think, their 4th most important offensive player. Ty Simpson's up there. Jeremy Bernard's up there. Parker Brailsford, to me, is very important in the center. Josh Cuevas, outside of those guys, is right up there with one of the most important players on that team. He's kind of a do-all guy. I mean, I had DeBoer tell me the story about when they first found him. We'll get back to the video 1 second. Do me one quick favor. Look down. Make sure you're subscribed. Most of you are. If you're not, please do so. It's the way we keep the channel free, we keep the videos coming, and we get to do college football year-round as God intended. All right, as promised, back to the video. Like, he's a no-star guy in California, and they brought him into camp, and he concussed a couple of guys in camp, and they're like, we probably need to find a spot for this guy. And that's way back when he was at Washington, and now he's here. He just kind of does everything. He's always around the ball. He's a very dependable safety valve for them on 3rd down, of which there will be several critical downs of that nature in this game. And if he's not on the field, it just means other folks got to step up, man. No one's 100% this time of year, but Bama was 13 of 19 on 3rd down against Georgia. That's the most comparable game this one probably has in terms of road environment. Bama went into Athens on a Saturday night, and they went 13 of 19. Remember the precision? Remember how incredible that show was in the first half, especially. How do you recreate that? You don't need that good a game to beat Auburn, But you need to be successful on third down here. Like, and especially early on. You can't be stalling out. A couple of early 3-and-outs of your own, you give them the ball. They start bleeding clock on you. There's a whole mental side of this thing, by the way, that is just constantly knocking on Alabama's door anytime they're playing down there. Try as you might to block it out. So, do they click like they did against Georgia? Or is it more in line with the Oklahoma game? Maybe they do click, but then they turn the ball over and it doesn't matter that they were clicking. There was a quote I saw earlier today. Auburn can't win throwing the ball. It's very simplistic. Does that mean they don't have a forward pass en route to a win? Of course not. I wonder how true that is. Now, the Bama pass rush, I think, is very much improved. Auburn is 134th in sacks allowed. So I do understand the sentiment that, you can't let Ashton Daniels just sit back there like a statue and get killed. Well, good, he's not a statue. So I don't expect him to sit back there. But I would just like you to look at the screen right quick. For anyone who thinks they can't throw the ball, was this dude not 31 of 44 for 353 through the air against Vanderbilt? Fairly decent team, not a great secondary, but fairly decent team. Those aren't Mercer numbers, at least. All due respect to the Bears. All due respect. I was on the campus of Mercer not too long ago. We didn't announce it, though. Not a fall, don't lie to her, stop. My point is, when you add the element of mobility here, I do think there could be some explosive plays through the air. He's probably not going to throw the ball 44 times unless you're playing catch-up, but I think about the mobility factor. I think about consistent 5-yard gains. I think about the effort and whether Auburn can give themselves an edge in the effort department. I just wonder how much Alabama's going to need offensively. I don't expect them to need 35 or 40 to win this game. But Robbie Ashford did plenty enough against Vandy on the road to get Auburn in position to maybe win a game. Expect an inspired effort here. Can they stun them early? It almost feels that's the way the game script always plays out. It's Bama gets on the ropes early, and then they're fighting, and then they got to come from behind at the gun to win in Jordan-Hare Stadium. I'll tell you, I see this game a little different way. I'll show you what the model thinks. The FanDuel number right now is Alabama minus 5.5. So I said this game profiles like the Oklahoma game. And everyone, especially the Oklahoma video department, who I am back on good terms with now, by the way, I'm happy to report. Everyone remembers me emphatically picking Alabama to win that game and cover, because I was very confident that they would do exactly what they did from a statistical profile. The only thing I didn't anticipate was they would lose the turnover battle, 3-0. And it wasn't random. Oklahoma took the ball away 3 times. But I still believe that in terms of a predictive nature, that stat is randomized. Like Bama could be plus 3 turnovers themselves Saturday, every bit as likely as their minus 3 turnovers. I think because of the Oklahoma outcome, combined with the entire notion that there is black magic in play, anytime Alabama goes to Auburn, this line has been sucked down to 5.5. We think it should be over a touchdown. We think Bama should be favored by 8. So I'll take that value. I don't think Bama's getting punched out here. I think they're going to go in there and win, and I will actually take them to cover the 5.5, and I will take them to go to Atlanta. Going to be a very entertaining game, though.